Good morning, everyone. This is Emily Kestrel. Me and my little buddy Dredd are exploring off the beaten path in central Illinois again, and today we are in the small town of Elkhart. Our first stop here in Elkhart is Elkhart Cemetery, because as you know, I simply cannot resist a good urban legend about a haunted cemetery, and this one has one. The legend here concerns the mausoleum of a former governor of Illinois, Richard Oglesby. It is said that the figure of a crying woman has appeared before the mausoleum, and she is said to be Ogilvy's wife. However, since he was married twice, it's not sure if that is his first or his second wife, who still comes in spirit to mourn him. I'm also not sure why she would come to his mausoleum to mourn him, since she has also passed away. You would think they could be together in the afterlife, but I'll be the first to admit I don't really know how these things work. So let's have a little gander around the cemetery and look for his grave. I've got Dredd, the head of my paranormal team, here on the case to help me find out what is going on here and is there a real haunting. Here's this very pretty little chapel here in the cemetery. Let's get closer. What does it say here? Let's take a look, Dredd. Oh, St. John the Baptist Chapel, 1890. That's quite historic. Sorry, Dredd, you can't go inside. It's probably all locked up anyway. Sure, dogs would not be welcome in there. There's a stone behind it. Dredd again with the respect. Didn't we have a talk? Died 1869. Oh, that's interesting. He's pointing at the book there. Let's keep looking around. Well, I haven't found the mausoleum of Governor Oglesby yet, but as of right now, I cannot imagine a less creepy vibe. This place feels completely peaceful. So I wonder if that's a family plot? Why those graves are there separate in the little fenced area? Are there names on there? Looks like the Gillettes. And it's locked. We can't go in and take a look. Looks like some of these are more recent. The Gillette family must still be using this plot. Interesting. Let's see what else we've got here. I just love old cemeteries. I don't know if that's morbid of me They're such interesting places. That one's covered in moss. Got here. Don't know if I've mentioned this before, but my undergraduate degree is in history. It's part of the reason why I love looking for all these little historical places, and also why I think I'm fascinated by these cemeteries. Well, that's interesting. They've got an anchor on this one. I wonder if the person was a sailor. Let's see what it says. John Froude died November something, 1885. They gave him this very fascinating memorial stone. Still looking for the final resting place of the late governor. We'll find it, Dredd. Oh, this is interesting. John Shockey, April 12th, 1806, November 25th, 1859. Founder of Elkhart City, April 11th, 1855. 6 sons served in Civil War, 1 died. All enlisted Company 1, 106th Infantry Regiment, 1862. Mustered out, 1865. Oh, and here it is. Here is the mausoleum of Richard Oglesby, former governor of Illinois. Shall we walk around it, Dredd? Give it a little whirl. I guess this is the area where Mrs. Oglesby the First or Mrs. Oglesby the Second, not certain which one, has been sighted standing and weeping for her late husband. Here's the back of the mausoleum. It's pretty stained glass on it. I'd be careful here not to trip over these stones. Back around to the front. Dredd is anxious to greet the governor. Well, stopping here to check the vibe. My highly scientific paranormal meter. It does feel a bit different right here in this place. Bit heavier. But of course, that could very well be just because I read the stories. So I know that this particular spot's supposed to be haunted. It's certainly nothing like the feeling I got at Old Union Cemetery. So, as far as this haunting goes, what do you say, Dredd? Completely undecided. We'll call this one completely undecided. Although checking with him, I don't know. He does seem a little bit more nervous at this spot. So my little paranormal dog, my little ghost hunting dog, is saying yes. He does think this one's a bit haunted. Well, what do you say, Dredd? Why don't we leave the cemetery? We've given it a nice long perusal. Any last looks? I love hearing all the bird song too. Hear titmice, mourning doves, chickadees, blue jays. Some snow geese flew overhead. It's these moments like this, you can almost feel the seasons changing. Dredd, you find something insalubrious to sniff everywhere we go. Yes, bless you. It is your special talent. I guess everybody's got to have a talent. That one's yours. Get a last distant look at the mausoleum. No, I don't see any spectral ladies. We're just going to have to call this one undecided. Now here's the nature preserve that I would love to explore, but they don't want us, Dredd. We are not welcome, no matter how much we promise to behave ourselves, which in your case I wouldn't believe anyway. Ready to go? Let's go.